Natalie Blythe, obviously at the helm of a portfolio that you're in HSBC, specifically global head of, including other things, trade finance. The backdrop to all of this is international trade, the climate for international trade, and how a bank like yours would view Bangladesh as part of the dynamic at the moment. Can you say a few words on that?
No, thank you very much. Firstly, I've been very privileged to visit Bangladesh several times before the pandemic, so I've witnessed firsthand how the sort of successful planned development of the economy has sort of developed, especially around textiles and garments, and building on the Honourable Gentleman's sort of comments around Bangladesh being part of critical supply chains and the location being critical, the labour being absolutely critical, and I've also witnessed that firsthand with the sort of the young workforce, the skilled workforce, and the very adaptable, resilient workforce. But the challenges facing it around supply chain in that international trade, around what, where and how is being traded, and trade having had some very seismic shocks even before the pandemic, very systemic ones, some more episodic ones with the pandemic, moving from a sort of a just-in-time model to a just-in-case model, but with sustainability overlaid on that, now moving to a just transitioning model. And that's decarbonising that supply chain and making a much more inclusive sort of sustainable growth as well for individuals. Bangladesh has got a critical role to play there. We've recently published a report actually that talks about $100 trillion being required to meet the needs of decarbonising supply chains. And half of that is going to be needed by SMEs. And a lot of Bangladeshi companies are classified as those SMEs. So we do need much needed sort of investment in sustainable infrastructure, and we do need to focus on making foreign direct investment easy and smooth and moving up the notches in that sort of in that league table of FDI easiness.
And what time frame would you like to see those government, what time frame do foreign investors need to hear those government commitments from
in the time frame that we see? I mean, the pandemic has accelerated some of these transitions, so we're talking about in the next 3-5 years that some of this will really need to be sort of moved forward. That helps.
Thank you very much, Natalie.